Hello there one and all, I hope everyone is good, everyone is well. I am Hybrid, and today we'll be doing a video on the controller collection. And before we get started, I would just like to remind everyone, don't forget to like, subscribe and post a comment on this video if you enjoy it. It all goes towards helping the channel a great deal, that'd be muchly appreciated. Okay, so first up we've got the Xbox 360, the classic black controller, slightly different shape from the current model of controller, but still a classic. Okay, and next up we've got the original Elite controller. As I did say in a previous video about the Elites, not without its issues, and which are visible on this model, but a good controller when it was working. And the next one is the Elite Series 2. Again, as previously said in another video about the Elites, good controller, improvement on previous Elite, but again, still with its issues. And then we move on to the next one, which is the grey model with kind of like the turquoisey blue eggshell, I guess you could call it, colour to it as well. And then we have the darker red controller. It's all red really. It is very similar to the other kind of red, but that was more of a brighter red we'll get to later on. Then we have like the two-tone blue one, so you got a nice bright blue faceplate, and you got the dark navy blue shoulder buttons and back. Nice contrast. And then we have the purple Fortnite edition. It's a very dark purple with a black back to it. It's literally in some lights it looks black because it's that dark of a purple, but it was released with a download code for some very rare Fortnite skins, I believe. And then we have the blue Sport controller, as it was known. Kind of like a darkish dirty blue front, some graphic colour on the sides. Got a lighter blue rubber grips and the navy back. Nice looking controller. I believe it was a special edition as well. And then we have the Phantom White special edition controller. Really nice controller this. It's kind of got the fade in out white to clear plastic. You can actually see some of the workings inside the controller there. You got the white kind of gloss bumper or shoulder buttons and triggers. You got the hard plastic grips. Very nice controller. And again, special edition. And then we move on to the Phantom Magenta special edition controller. Similar to the White Phantom, instead of it being white, kind of dusky purple. We're going dark from the bottom, working way up to clear to the top. And again, it's got like those dark glossed shoulder, bumper and trigger buttons. And over dark, solid purple back. Again, a very nice controller. And then we've got some, well, a few PlayStation controllers in the mix there. So we've got the PS4 controller, plain black, all singing, all dancing. Wasn't used much. I used to use the Nacon Revolution controller. Then we have the PS5 white controller as standard with the white console when it first came out. I like the look of white controllers, but not for active use, if I'm honest, because they're not going to stay white for long. Still, nice controller, well built, can't argue with that. And then we have the PS5 Cosmic Red of the controller. Really nice looking controller, I really like the colour on this. Controller, well, PlayStation controllers aren't something I really aim for to collect, but I really couldn't help with this one because it was just such a nice colour. I really like the tone of it and it just looks really, really cool. And yeah, it's a welcome addition to the collection. And then we head back to Xbox controllers. And here we have a little bit of a blast from the past, the Project Scorpio edition of the Xbox One controller. I do actually have the Project Scorpio edition still of the console as well, which is where this is from, obviously. But yeah, a really nice controller. Nice little part of history there as well, being as it is the Project Scorpio one. Still in pretty good nick, I don't mind saying so myself, considering it has had quite a bit of use. And then we head off towards the 20th anniversary edition controller. Nice looking controller. It's got that clear kind of black faceplate, lets you see all the workings. The logo there, got a splash of green to it. Pretty plain black back to it. And it has got the Xbox green rubber grips to it as well. Give it a nice touch. And then we have the plain white controller, which came out with Series S, and gotta be honest, it's probably the whitest controller I've ever seen. I don't know if that's because I've managed to keep it in good condition, and plus it's probably never been used, but yeah, it's really bright. And next we have the Shock Blue controller. Nice electric blue to the front there. Got the matte black bumpers and shoulder buttons and triggers, and it's got the white back to it. And then we have the Pulse Red controller. Again, it's very similar to the blue one, pretty sure they released around the same time. It's got the same matte finish on the shoulder and trigger buttons. And it's got the same white back as well. It's just in that nice, vibrant red. And next we have Electric Volt. Now this is a controller you're not going to lose, especially in a dark room. Yeah, very bright. Very, very bright. Kind of funky. Again, it's got the matte bumper and trigger buttons, much like the Pulse Red. It's also got the white back to it as well. Seeing a theme develop here. But yeah, nice change really. Colour-wise, I think. Then next we have the Aqua Shift Special Edition, a very nice and shiny controller. Got that great glisten to it, like with a slightly darker blue top and shoulder and trigger buttons. Got the dark navy black, it's got the dark navy back to it, and then on the grips it's got these lovely blue wavy effects, and I really give it its Aqua Shift name. Now we move on to some Nintendo, the new couple. But we've got the Joy-Con, which is connected up to the actual gamepad accessory, pretty bog standard. Of course, it's the standard grey Joy-Con. And next up for Nintendo, we've got the Super Smash Bros. Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, a nice controller. I like the fact that the thumbsticks are in that same placement as the Xbox ones. Kind of wish Sony would follow suit on that, personally, but hey, they're doing their own thing. Okay, back to Xbox controllers, and we've got another Elite. This is the Halo Infinity edition, the Master Chief Spartan Armor one. Looked really nice. Was dead chuffed with this when it came out. Of course, I don't actually use it, it's just for display purposes. But still a really nice looking controller. Like the gold detail there, which you can obviously swap the D-pads around. 117 logo on the side there. Kind of a nice battle damage effect. It's got your Series 2 style grips to it. Again, got graphics on the top, the 117 Master Chief Spartan number, and then more graphics on the back along with the paddles. Yeah, a really nice looking controller. Not the kind of thing I would use personally, but for a display piece and a collector's piece, really nice. Glad I got this. And then we have the Forza 5 Special Edition controller. A very funky and colourful looking controller. Big fan of like the kind of the clear plastic they've done again. Then that colour spray across and the funky coloured buttons, very nice. And also the trigger buttons, different colours, which is nice. And you got the white shoulder and back, and then the back's got that Horizon logo. A nice attention to detail is the rubber grips. They're kind of studded, like they racing steering wheel would be. So that's a nice little effect in addition there. Makes them a lot more racer friendly, I guess. Okay, then we move on to another favourite of mine, which is the Gears 5, or Gears of War 5 controller. Again, really nice graphic controller. Kind of like snowy, icy, kind of battle-worn effect to it. A nice dark blue effect on the thumbs and on the trigger buttons. Of course, it's got the symbol for the Locust board on the back. All in all, it's just a really nice looking controller from the front. It's got a nice detail, got that shiny Gears cog badge on the front. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. And then we have the Cyberpunk controller. Now, unfortunately the game wasn't great when it came out, but recently it's had quite a few updates and is looking a lot better. This controller, really nice looking controller, very cyberpunky, I guess. Nice detail to it, and like the two-tone kind of chrome and beaten up kind of metal. What I really like is the no future writing on the side as well, because it's actually engraved. You can actually feel it as you run your finger across, so it's actually been scratched in, and I think that's really cool. Two different colours along the top there as well, so it kind of matches up with like the silver red side and then the darker grey side. Nice shiny trigger and bumper buttons there. And of course it's got the Samurai logo on the back and some other graphics. Right, this next controller was one of the first controller videos I believe I did. It is the Pins and Needles one, which Trezen released. And when I first got it, I thought it was great. Really nice. Then when I did the video, and those comments started coming in about the issues with it, the quality control of it, I kind of like went back and looked at it again more closely and could actually see what people meant by just how disappointed they were. I could start seeing like the not great finishes to it, and even on mine there is a little bit of peeling on the back, and considering this is a display piece there should be no wear and tear on it. So So this is probably nice, but it should have been better. It should have been much better, especially for the money. So yeah, a little bit disappointed nowadays by this one. Okay, now we move on to the Night Ops Camo Special Edition. A really cool looking controller. Got that mixture of kind of matte camo pattern. It's got a metallic camo pattern mixed in there as well. Really nice looking controller. Got a nice shine to it. Bit of metallic. Got like your black glossy bumper buttons, triggers, plain black back. But yeah, a great looking controller. Big fan of that one. And then we have the Daystrike Camo Special Edition, which is a red camo. Again, nice looking controller, nice contrast in colours to the camo. It's very hard to tell the colour of like the back and the top. Kind of got like a very dark reddy black tint to it, possible. Or it could be my eyes. But yeah, nice controller. And again, I believe it's another special edition. Then we've got yet another camo one, which is the Arctic Camo Special Edition. Nice tones of white and grey. It's also got the clear faceplate bodywork to it as well. That gives it a real kind of camouflage effect, I guess. Camouflage in the controller. Got the nice shiny bumper and triggers, and the dark grey back to it. And there you have it. That is my current collection of, well, Xbox, but all of my controllers. There is a few PlayStation ones in there as well with the Xbox, although it is mainly Xbox, and of course there's a couple of Nintendo ones. I know there have been a couple of new releases for the Xbox as far as controllers go. I believe it had a new camo one come out. I think it was a mineral camo. Check that. They also had another controller come out. It's kind of like a black and white fade-in one. Can't remember the name of it. But they look nice. Whether I will be able to get them or not is another matter. As you can see, space is now becoming an issue. And also expense. As time goes on, hopefully, maybe, I might be able to get them, but we shall see. And that is it for this video today. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for your continued support. Greatly appreciated. Speaking of which, do not forget to like, subscribe, and even post a comment. Let me know what your favourite controller is, or if there's one that isn't in my collection that you like. There's a few out there which I very much like, but they're going to be very hard to get hold of in mint condition. But let us know anyway. Interesting to see what people can find. So there we have it. Thank you all again. Till next time, take care and goodbye.